United Nations launching a fresh appeal for the safe return of more than 1 million Rohingyas to Myanmar, making that call at a high-level conference aiming to return attention to the plight of refugees, forced into camps in Bangladesh since fleeing a crackdown in Rakhine State in 2017. CNA's Leong with this report.
The world's largest refugee camp, Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh, is now home to some 1.1 million Rohingyas, a home that's becoming increasingly untenable as funds to run the camp are drying up.
Drastic cuts in international funding means essential services, from education to food to healthcare, are being cut when they are needed most.
The global community is urged to do more for the Rohingyas.
Unhindered humanitarian access inside Myanmar must be guaranteed. No community should be cut off from food, medicine, and life-saving assistance. We need reinvigorated humanitarian and development investment to meet basic needs, to help refugees transition from dependence to self-reliance, and to ease the strain on host communities.
But main stakeholder Myanmar is currently distracted by other issues. In 2023, the Myanmar military made several trips to Cox's Bazar. It even allowed Rohingya leaders back to Rakhine State to assess the ground, hoping they'd eventually move. Those efforts didn't take off. The Rohingyas had fled due to fears of persecution by the Myanmar military. Then, civil war broke out in the country.
The first thing has to be, for sure, the cessation of the civil war, and some degree of commitment, ability to a credible commitment that there will be physical protection for the Rohingya vis-a-vis, say, the Arakan army or military security forces.
Closer to home, ASEAN has been playing its part. It's helped with capacity training in Myanmar and setting up systems to process Rohingyas who return on their own.
The United Nations is also a dialogue partner of ASEAN, and with regard in the context of the Myanmar crisis, the special envoys, the UN Secretary Special Envoy, and the Special Envoy of the ASEAN Chair do have a broad, I think, mandate to consult, work together, and find where the shared strengths can be put to better use.
The renewed call at the UN will not end the 8-year crisis, and with civil war still raging in Myanmar, Rohingya refugees and the groups supporting them can only hope that discussions will draw fresh attention to their plight and, hopefully, lead to new funding pledges. Leong, CNA.